YouTube, we are at the end of our Bloomburrow journey here for right now, and we are ending it the proper way, or the way that is for some of the newer people with the starter kits. So we've been buying the starter kits for the last little bit now. I like getting them, one, because I get some of the cards that are inside the set and for the set, and two, it's also nice just seeing, like, what there is and talking it through, because this I feel like is more of a casual thing, more of a just kind of a collector thing, but also to get people started. And with me being a casual noob really these days, I thought I would be the best person, or one of the best people, to talk this through. So what do we get in the starter kit? Looking to hop into Magic. This is the third one we've done. We've done Lord of the Rings, we've done Assassin's Creed, and now there's Bloomburrow. So surprising if you think about the sets that I just mentioned there. Everything you need to play Magic for the first time right here. So we get 2 decks, player's guide, code so you can use the decks on Arena, and 2 deck boxes. So let's get this open up. I'm going to try and not rip the heck out of this like I did one of the last ones that I did, because I want to keep these because I like these. Alright. Boom. So. Little deck boxes, really nice here. Each one of them has the different characters that we will be using in them, because as always there is a story with Magic. If people don't know that, there's a story going on in the background of the cards. So it's not just like, hey, look, they made random cards. Nope, there's a story going along with it. So there's our 2 main decks right there. Boom, boom. Either you have Izzet or you have Selesnya. Either way, there's the 2. Right, so we're going to take a look at each one of them. But first, let's take a look here. So we got a play guide. Welcome to Magic. Here's the contents. Here's how you set up the game. Game actions, combat, how to read the cards. How to read the cards, what all these things mean, what the different symbols mean. Here's all the different parts of the turn. Welcome to the game. Facts and questions. Nice little starter thing to help everybody figure out exactly what they're doing, because sometimes you get confused. Alright, so with that being said, let's get into the meat and potatoes of this. Which those 2 top cards are loosey-goosey, right on top. Was not expecting that. Alright, so I want to take a look at... We're going to take a look at rabbits first. We're going to take a look at Burke. Long Ear of the Law is the name of this one. So I'm not sure what to really expect, considering I'm pretty sure... Yep, that was what I saw. Okay, I thought it was. I just wanted to double check real quick. Some of these are becoming more increasingly difficult to open, as I'm also just dumb and don't see the actual thing around it. So the interesting thing, and I just saw this with the Commander deck open, is that Bloomburrow is a set, a world, a plane of just creatures, right? So you got Burke, Long Ear of the Law, 4 colorless, green, white, 4/4, vigilance when it enters the battlefield. When it enters, put a 1/1 counter on each of up to 2 other creatures. Whenever a creature you control, the 1/1 counter on it attacks, double the number of counters on it. So double the counters, double the counters, double the counters whenever they attack. So we're putting counters on stuff. Very next card is Sarah Redeemer. It is an angel. Whenever another creature you control with power 2 or less enters, put a 1/1 counter on that creature. So as you can already see... They could have made Sarah a Redeemer for this, an Angel Soldier, but changed the artwork, so at least they're not a human. Putting the symbol there still is kind of wild. But yeah, it's interesting. Colossification. Wow. Enchanted creature gets +20/+20. Tap enchanted creature when this enters. Was not expecting a colossification in this. Elemental Turtle. 3 colors, 2 green for a 4/6. Reach as long as you control 10 or more lands. Creatures you control get +2/+2. Whenever Facade Green Shell or another creature you control with a toughness greater than its power enters, look at the top card of your library. If it's a land, you may put it onto the battlefield. Otherwise, put it into your hand. That's kind of... wow, okay. Phineas! The Ace Archer. We got Phineas. So it costs a Selesnya 2/2. Vigilance and Reach. Whenever Phineas, Ace Archer attacks, put a 1/1 counter on each other creature you control that is a token or a rabbit. Then, if creatures you control have a total power of 10 or more, then if creatures you control, all of them, power 10 or more, you get to draw a card. Alright, so Phineas, really dope card. Warren Elder, Rabbit Cleric, 2/2. Creatures get +1/+1. And we're going to get, obviously, a couple of these, because these are standard decks, not commander decks. Plighted Provisioner. 4 colorless bird scout. When it enters battlefield, put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control without flying. And that was a 3/4, and this has flying. So a couple of those. Carrot cake. When it enters battlefield, sacrifice it. Whenever it enters and when you sacrifice it, create a 1/1 white rabbit and scry 1. Sacrifice it to gain 3 life. We got a couple carrot cakes. Surprisingly, you may not know this from seeing the size of me, I actually really like carrot cake. And now I'm kind of hungry and I want some carrot cake. Rabbit response. 2 colorless and 2 blue. 2 white. Creatures you control get +2/+1. This turn, if you control a rabbit. Scry 2. Repel Calamity. Destroy target creature with a power toughness greater than 4. Wow, I never saw that it said power or toughness. So kind of crazy for 2 especially. Instant speed, yeah. Hop to it for 3. Create 3 1/1 white rabbits. Alright. Druid of the Spade. 2 colors and a green. As long as you control a token, Druid of the Spade gets +2/+0 and has trample. It's a 2/3. Rabbit Druid. Frog Rabbit. Tree Guard Duo. 3 colors and a green for a 3/4. When it enters until end of turn, target creature you control gains vigilance and gets +X/+X, where X is the number of creatures you control. Alright. Rabid Bite. 1 colorless and a green. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature you don't control. So just kind of a straight up just fight sort of thing. There's another tree guard. There's a rabbit, so they switch those around. Giant Growth. Target creature gains +3/+3 until end of turn. Cliff Top Lookout. 2 colorless and a green for a 1/2 with reach. When it enters, reveal the top card of your library until you reveal a land. Put the card onto the battlefield tapped, and the rest at the bottom of your library in any random order. Burrow Guard Mentor. It's a XX for Selesnya. Trample. Its power and toughness equal to the number of creatures you control. Okay, so you're starting to see a theme here. And then we have the lands. 3 Blossoming Sands. So your plains, your forests, your rabbit tokens, and all the rest of them there. So, as you can see, you're just trying to flood the field, get as much as you can out there, right? And then get some counters on everything and go from there. Solid deck, solid little strategy. I like it. Boom, boom. Now, let's take a look at Bria, the Riptide Rogue, and see exactly what we got going on over here with our Otter friend. Right, with our Otter friend. Let's see what we got going over here. Bria, the Riptide Rogue. Cool, 2 colorless and an Izzet. Izzet is the color combination of blue and red. Green and white is Selesnya, just as a thing. So when I was saying those things, that's what they mean. Otter Rogue, 3/3 Prowess. Otter creatures you control also have prowess. Whenever you cast an all-creature spell, target creature you control cannot be blocked this turn. Alright, solid start. Mockingbird. X and 1 blue for a 1/1 flyer. You may have Mockingbird enter as a copy of any creature on the battlefield with a mana value less than or equal to the amount of mana cost spent to cast Mockingbird, except it's bird in addition to its other types, and it has flying. So, kind of a wild one. Draw X cards. 2 and X. Elenia, the Divergent Storm. Okay, this is kind of cool. We got some of the main character people. So, Elenia, the Divergent Storm. 3 colorless. Is it for 3/5 whenever you cast a spell, if it's the first instant or the first sorcery or the first otter, other than Elenia you've cast this turn, you may have target opponent draw a card. If you do, you get to create a copy of it. So, like, for instance, if I have Elenia out there and then I decide to play Bria, I go here, I go boom, I'm going to play Bria, I have my opponent draw a card, I get to make 2 Brias instead. But they're legendary and then they would have to leave the field. So, be careful with that. But, anyways, really kind of cool because you get to create copies, which is fun because it's prowess, it's blue, it's red, which means you're going to be going after people's faces. Sword of Vengeance. 3 colorless for an equipment. Equipped creature gains +2/+0, has first strike, vigilance, trample, and haste. Equip 3. Bellowing Crier. Frog Advisor. When it enters, draw a card, then discard a card. 2/1. Alright. Was not expecting some froggies in here. Thieving Otter. 2 colorless and a blue for a 2/2 Otter that deals damage to an opponent. Draw a card. Little thieving Otter. Adorable little buggers. Frogs. Okay, so we are getting frogs in this. So Frog. Water Spout Warden. Whenever it attacks, and then if another creature enters the battlefield under your turn, it gains flying. It's the 3/2. Pearl of Wisdom. Costs 1 less if you control an otter. Draw 2 cards. Nice little card for 3, and then it can cost less. Charmed Sleep. 1 colorless, 2 blue, and enchant creature. When this enters, tap enchanted creature. It doesn't untap during its controller's untap step. So a nice card to put on your opponent's cards to make them tapped and they can't do anything. Elenia's Pathmaker enters. Exile the top card of your library. Until the end of your next turn, you may play that card for a 4/2 Otter Wizard. Flame Lash. Deal 4 damage to any permanent or any target for 4. 3 colorless and a red. Got a couple of those. Coruscation Mage. 1 colorless and a red for 2/2 with Offspring, so you can make a copy of it. Whenever you cast an all-creature spell, if this creature deals 1 damage to each opponent. So if you have an Offspring out there, it would do 2 damage to each opponent. Or each one of them would deal 1, I should say. Ooh! Quaker Tusk Boar. 3 colorless, 2 red for a 5/5. Reach, Trample, Haste, Boar. Alright. Rabid Gnaw. 1 colorless, 1 red. Target creature control gets +1/+0 until end of turn. Then it deals damage equal to its power and toughness. Equal to its power to target creature you don't control. Okay. So, let me read it again. Target creature you control gets +1/+0 until end of turn. Then it deals damage equal to its power to target creature you do not control. So, for instance, if you put it onto the 5/5 boar we just saw a minute ago, they now become a 6/5 boar, and then you have to deal 6 damage to any creature that's on the field that isn't under your control. Otter Wizard, Storm Catch Mentor. Is it for a 1/1 haste prowess? Instant and sorcery spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. Storm Catch, and then we get into 4 Swift Water Cliffs and all of the instants, all of the planes, couple otters and codes and such. And that, my friends, is the 2 decks. We got Burke, we got Bria, and inside of each one of these 2, we also got the main, or not the main, but we got some of the cards that are notable within the story, which was nice to see. Now, what do I think of this? I think these are pretty solid. The only thing that is interesting, and the only thing I noticed it as well with the commander deck that I got, seeing these, was going to think this would be an otter heavy deck, a rabbit heavy deck. And instead, they based off of the themes of the cards a little bit, and also just the themes of the colors more than anything. I feel like they could do a better job in the future making these a little bit more very specific to the things. However, though, for new players, I do like this. I think this is a good start for new players. They get to try both sides. Both sides are drastically different to each other, which is nice to see too. They're not similar playstyles. They're different playstyles. They're nice for older players or like for veteran players who just want to have some fun and get some new cards. This is a little solid way to get some cards, especially if this is like one of these 2 is something you want to do. I got this when it was $20. I just saw it online on TCG for $30. I don't know about $30. $20 starter kit, I'll buy. It's $10. It's $10 for each deck. Deconstructing them, you could easily deconstruct them, use cards for commander decks between both of these, and go crazy from there. So, do I think this is a solid product for a starting player, new player, starter? Is this any good? I think it is. This is yet again, like I said, this is the 3rd one in a row now that we've gotten. We've gotten Lord of the Rings, we've gotten Assassin's Creed, and now we got Bloomburrow, which is interesting, like I said at the beginning, because this is the first set that's actually a part of the Magic lore that is getting a starter kit. So maybe they have some more plans for Bloomburrow in the future, or maybe something is happening on Bloomburrow that is going to be a bigger part in the story moving forward. Either way, I really like this. I thought this was fun. This is nice. Definitely you can take these apart and do some stuff with them. That's probably what I will do at some point. But as of right now, though, this is a fun thing if I just want to have someone over and it's like, hey, you want to play some Magic? I have these 2 decks. Boom, there we go. So, that's what I'm thinking. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments down below. Are you guys liking a Bloomburrow? Are you not liking Bloomburrow? Do you like the cards that you got? What do you think? Do you think this is a good thing for starters to get into? And if you are a starter, did this help you at all? Let me know down in the comments down below, right? And as always, depending on where you are, morning, afternoon, even night, stay out of trouble, stay safe, and we'll talk to y'all later. Okay, bye! I do like this, and like I said, I like the fact that in these, I got Phineas, and I got the Ace Archer. Phineas the Ace Archer, and then in this one over here, we did get, where'd they go? Where did they go? I got Elenia. I got Elenia and Bria. So I do like that, because that was kind of nice, seeing those two. I like this. I like this. This is a nice thing. Keep up the good work. Keep up the good work with these starter kits.